What's up, guys? So Cobra Commander #1 comes out on Wednesday, January 17th, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about it because this book is really, really good. Now, as always, I'm not going to show you any interiors because I don't want to be the source of any leaks or any spoilers or anything like that. But if you are reading the current Transformers series, or if you read the first issue of the new Duke book that came out a couple weeks back, then this falls right in line with those. This is part of the Energon universe. Now, this is set just like Duke was set in a time before G.I. Joe existed, and just sort of shows how Duke will become part of that organization and how that organization will develop. This book shows the beginning days of Cobra Commander and how he will eventually rise to the ranks in Cobra, and also how that organization will form. This kind of gives us his origin, not really from when he was a small boy growing up or anything like that, but rather we see him as an adult, where he was originally doing kind of evil sciencey stuff, you know, again, before Cobra even existed, and ultimately what set him on his path to wanting to take over the world. Now, there are a couple of surprises in this book, so it's going to be hard to give you too many details because, again, I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll have to be kind of vague, but I can tell you that the place where he's at now doing this sciencey type stuff, the other people that are there don't really like that he's doing these experiments, because the experiments that he's doing, they deem it kind of unnatural to their way of life. The leader of the group that he's with is a little bit unsure of the work he's doing as well. So Cobra Commander, who is not called Cobra Commander in this, obviously, because Cobra does not exist yet, but he shows that leader an example of some of the work that he's doing, and that leader is a little bit interested, you know, curious about what other applications this may have. And Cobra Commander says that he needs to venture out into the world to continue the work that he's doing, so that the organization he's with, and again, I'm trying not to spoil it, but so that that organization can, you know, succeed in taking over the world. And that's pretty much all I'm going to tell you. Again, I know that's super vague and it doesn't really help you understand the story of the book, but there, like I said, there's at least a couple of different surprises in here, especially towards the end, that it was just very cool. I turned the page and was like, whoa, that's kind of what I was hoping would happen, and it did, and it was really cool, and I do not want to spoil that for you. I want you to be as surprised when you turn that page. But just the beginning days of the person who will become Cobra Commander. The beginning few pages of this book are the preview pages that we've seen in a few other issues. This makes me really want to see Cobra Commander, you know, in the early days, face off against Duke in his early days, how those two books will eventually show us how G.I. Joe gets formed and how Cobra gets formed, and obviously Transformers is going to be part of that because it's all part of one universe. It's just very, very good. If you like Transformers, if you like the new Duke book, you are definitely going to like this one. You know, just seeing how all this is going to get formed. So the art is great, the story is really good. There are no heroics in this. This isn't a book about a villain, but who is kind of a hero as well. No, this is a bad guy doing bad things, and we are going to see him do more bad things throughout this miniseries. So, like I said, if you read those other books, I think you will definitely like this one, and if you pick it up, let me know what you think.